How are we sounding? The Cloudy Abyss, first poster. Followed by Subject P7, hello, hi. Tax Fraud, hi, how you doing? How are you guys doing? And y'all just pile in right away. Currently drawing perfect timing. Well, shit, let's just create shit together then. I had a real bad sprain in my ankle. It sounds like a skill issue, and I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Hopefully next time it won't happen. Are you out hiking, or how'd that happen? Did you hear about Ozzy Osbourne? Yes. We've truly lost a legend. It's yeah. We're running out of legends. We need to start making more of them. Got my sheriff plush yesterday. That fucking rules. That fucking rules. How many of you guys ordered a sheriff plush? Because, like, I understand a bunch of them went out. Let me get the number again. Oh, there's more than one sheriff. There was 1,501 sold. Can't because I'm broke. I understand that. Oh, hey, Krinkels Hater's back. How's it going, buddy? He managed to sort of go out on his own terms. I don't know the details surrounding his death. I just know that at 76 years old, he's gone. So I understand that his health was something of a big pile on of negative effects. We'll say he's just having a very hard time of it. So hope he's in peace, because he's certainly done enough good things for the world. He needs to rest. Decades of drug abuse and Parkinson's. Yeah, I mean, 76 is a long time to live with all that working against you. And I'm not even sure I'll make it to 76. Like, we should all be so lucky, you know? What's my opinion on Goog? I don't know what Goog is. If the entirety of the Madness Combat universe fought the entirety of the Half-Life universe, didn't the Half-Life universe have like an alien species that can take over the Earth in 7 days? Or 7 hours? Yeah, I think Madness Combat's losing. What garbage are you animating now? Looks bad? Yeah, no, look, like if I play it like this real fast, if I just scrub it, it looks like they're all hanging out together. Whoa, and then they go home, and then they hang out again together. But like, really, what I need to do here is we've got Hank interacting with this giant guy who's having a real tough time of it, who concludes their meeting with a fling into the wall that ends with him still against, like, up in the air, because I don't know where he's going to land, because that's going to depend on where these guys are in that moment. So today's stream is going to be filling out all those as much as I can, and then getting Hank to fall on them. So is the music too loud? Is my voice too quiet? Guide me. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's get these guys moving, though. Zep is my favorite mod. Is Zep here? Is the Zep in the room with you? It's the rare moment you actually get the music and voice correct. I try to adjust it before I go and look at the waveforms and shit, so like it's all over the place with me. I'm terrible at this. I'm making a better animated series than a Madness Combat coming soon. Well, who better for me to pass the torch to? Krinkels, to Krinkels Hater. You know, like maybe that's the era we need to go into now. Yeah, what's it called? I need to know to whom I'm passing the torch. Wish I could stay, but I got too much going on. Pigeon Lord, go handle your shit. We'll be around. out Corn on the Rob 77. They subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 2 months. Woo! Thank you, buddy. Corn on the Rob is a very clever name. I like that. I got a thing for clever names. They're fun. How's it going? Burger emoji, Skidizen. I simp for Demos. You guys got a lot of great names. What are you going to be having for dinner tonight? Keyframes, Ben Drowned. I'm making keyframes. I went hiking on Sunday. That's why I wasn't streaming. I went out hiking because I desperately needed to get some, like, I needed to touch some fucking grass. And boy, did I. We must have hiked like 14 miles. The front of my shins, the muscles on them are like ruined. But I had a good time. And I'll just, you know, suffer through it and get some shit done. But having touched so much grass, I'm ready to just get shit done. Like, a lot. Let's go with Nessie Cross. Where did you go hiking? What the fuck was that place called? I think it was called Ridley Creek State Park. I wrote Ridley Creek. I'm bad at this. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we came in here, then like got lost and shit, and then came back up here. It's not really a hike, you just walk somewhere. Listen, that's basically what all hiking is. Here, let's see if we can drop the little mans in there. None of this looks familiar. I feel like Google's lying to me. None of this makes any sense to me. Oh, yeah, that car weren't there. This is all wrong. But no, this is really, really cool park. Really, really cool park. Did you hear about people on TikTok calling you Gay Dr. House? That's fun. That's funny as hell. The Oracle Woman subscribed to Tier 1 for 2 months on a 2-month streak. I don't have anything clever to say. Don't be clever if you ain't got it in you. I've learned that lesson many times. I'm not a clever person, and every time I try to be, I just embarrass myself. But thank you for the support. That's 62 viewers watching me keyframe this little man's around. Polybius was here, your internet sucks. Well, here's to hoping it won't suck much longer. Or if it insists on being, you know, suboptimal, maybe it'll push you into doing something off the computer. But that's just me because I touched grass. I'm like super hype on it. Twitch is asking me to give Krinkels money. Sick. Yeah, it is sick. She gave me $8. So I can buy a sandwich tomorrow. It's a place nearby that does the sharp provolone. On the Italian, with the grease and the things that they put. It's so good. Went to the doctor, got 2 shots. Mercury, why did they shoot you twice? Have I seen the Portal 2 redo? No. When will you buy me a... If you drop by if you drop by Philadelphia and happen across me, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Censor gross, please. Have you ever had the opportunity to try a Publix? I don't think I've ever set foot into a Publix. That's East Coast, right? Why haven't I been in one? Where's Publix? I don't know. How's Wawa? I really like Wawa. It's mid, but I really like it. Publix is more of a Florida thing. Well, I don't go to Florida very often. Why don't you make tutorial? Because I don't have confidence in what I'm doing, and I would feel like I'm poisoning people by teaching them to do things the way I do things. How's Meatball? She's outside just playing with a sponge or something. How long will the stream be? About an hour and a half. However long it takes me to get these 3 jokers to respond to Hank being thrown and then drop Hank on them. So if I could stop reading the chat and actually get to work and do some locking in, maybe. Wawa Beef Ball. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one. Maybe I should go buy one tomorrow. Rocket pop-up, rating with a party of 5. What's up, guys? Party of 5. You mean like this? Party of 5? Are you like... Is that a funny way to start a fight? Like, have you met my friends? All 5 of them? And then you bash them in the face? Because that's a funny prank. This guy moving around a little bit. He's taken aback by all this violence. What are you doing? You're stabbing my big friend in the face. I can't let you do that, Mr. Wimbledon. What animation is this? Well, this is just a test animation. Here, I'll show you the framework onto which this will be draped. Funny prank assault? I mean, this is going by what people say. 2A void for 20 months. Protect the big guy, please. Oh, no, he's fucking doomed. But here, check this out. Since you haven't been around for a while, the animation sits on this little plane here, and I made this little 3D background through which our little protagonist... Did I screw up everything? Yeah, I sure did. So as I scrub through this, Hank, you see him walking through, beating these guys up, goes up to the top floor, and then encounters all these guys, which has been an animation nightmare. Or rather, just a lot of it. But yeah. Hopefully by the end of this, it will be fun and watchable and at least novel. Like, I don't know if I'm good, but I can definitely produce novel. So I hope that this lands on that. It looks really complete. It is not really complete. When will it release? Madness Day. And don't worry, if I get done with all this before, I'm going to find other things to do. Like maybe introduce some people back this way so that Hank and him can fight over here. You know what I mean? I'll find things to make this take longer. I went gambling and got this. What, a gun? I never got a gun for gambling. Feel like you're doing something right or I'm doing something wrong. Maybe you should make Jeb show up, or I can make up a character. He can just show up and just kill the shit out of Hank, and everyone will be like, who the fuck was that? And then I won't talk about him ever again. I really want to go do things, but the stream is more important. It is not, Alex. Go touch some grass. Go away. If you've got other things to do that are more important than this, I assure you, do them. Make the 3D project Nexus Hank appear and fight 2D Hank. That would be cool. Actually, I'm not against that idea. Because, like, what was it? I had the shit. There it is. Wait, this is the wrong one, I think. Yeah, I was gonna do something with this, yeah, this. I could just have this fucking guy show up and be like, and then beat up Hank. It'd be tough as shit to animate. Real tough, and I don't know if I'm capable, but, you know. Something I could think about. It looks like they have arms. You take that fucking back. Ah, jeez, I broke Blender. Asking for shit. Why is Blender gotta be like this? Was it Krinkels gonna say he's making Experiment 2? I'm working on Experiment 2, actually. That one's gonna come out after Madness Day. But, yeah, see? There he is. I can definitely conceptualize the notion of having this Hank come to fight the 2D Hank. The problem is like, making it look good. Can you make Hank twerk in 3D? No. No. God, no. Wait, spin? He spins real good. Wait, I gotta do it better, right? That's not a good spin. Hank, get it together. How about this way? There you go. I knew you had it in you. Just keep it going. Or maybe I could just... Where'd you go? seem to have shrunk my boy. Whatever. Alright. Back to the real work. My boy, where have you gone? It's just like the fucking raccoon putting the water in the dry ice in the water, and like, there's an answer to this, but I can't figure it out. Just a silly What is that, 20? That's 270 total, just a silly ghoul. You're out of your goddamn mind, but thank you. 20 gifted tier 1 subs, bringing our total subscriber count to what, 480? That's more people that ever watch this stuff, man. You can pump the brakes, but thank you. What do we got? That's going out to Yarg Chief, Guri Guride, B Hayes 568, Ankimator, Nova Cybermancer, gotcha. Kill for you, I think. What is that? Grumble Flup, Nana is watching, Eel the Chicken, Finish Balls, Sweeb, KB Square 2, GG Sartorial, Let Roller, Swaying Sword, Dinner Evening, Mad Vlad, that's the one, Galaxy Anims 36, Nightmare King, and Major Havoc. You are out of your mind, but I thank you for it. Alright. Maybe I'll put it into the keyframe before I bother you guys again. Put him in Experiment 2. He paid you money for tons of sandwiches. If he wants to design some posters or like see the character that I've invented for it, he can hit me up on Discord and say I'm a silly ghoul. I'll just gush all over it. That is, if they even care to see that sort of thing, because it's spoilery and kind of takes some of the fun out of it. May I know what Experiment 2 is going to be about? San Fernandino is going to the building that exploded during Experiment 1. We are tying up what I had intended to fully do 5 years after the fact. Sorry. Oh, the new character sucks, too. I'm so mad. It's not going to be great, and no one's going to like him, but whatever. It has to be done. It's a plot point. How much ATP engineer are there? 0, actually. Wait, no. 1. There's 1. It's all agents, baby. Oops, all agents. Are you sure? I'm absolutely sure. Pagu Master, how you doing? What's the new guy's name? Is he handsome? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Relax. So Experiment 2 is basically taking place between episode 8 and 9, basically 8.5 part 2, because the first episode was part 1. I mean, look at it any way you like, dude. It's Experiment part 2. And it feeds sort of into 9? Sort of? Walking towards a building that was just exploded in a strange and inexplicable way is crazy. Yeah, dude, these guys don't have normal jobs. I feel like nothing these guys do is normal. Just a silly ghoul, you did it again. I wasn't on stream for a couple days. You still animating? Yes. Yes, I am. Just a silly ghoul, though, with 10 more for a total of 280 gifted subs in this channel, which is fucking monumental. Dude, thank you. That's going out to Mahiro Master, Dire Druid, Dinororia, who's that? John E. Gebert, Loki 2GD, Reggie Vivo, Torican 20, Lord Guag, Lebane Duag Galalu, and Vessels GF. See, I'm real bad at reading names, but I am very appreciative that they all have subscriptions now. We have 505 subscribers in a channel where I rarely get over 100. Man, you Thank you. How's it going, Angel Drawers? Nothing these guys do is normal, so even the civilians have jobs that usually deal with everyday anomalies in Nevada. I speak specifically of Sanford and Demos. Their job isn't normal. Nothing about what they do is normal. They're doing doc shit, so like seeing bizarre shit, like kind of normal for them. I mean, in one afternoon, they like a lot of fucking shit happened. These guys are living cursed lives, really. Sanford specifically. Demos is too stupid to be traumatized, so he's having a good time. Who has a more normal job, Rich or the hot dog vendor? Rich, probably. If animals existed in Nevada. Animals exist in Nevada. There's bugs and bats and shit. Is that actually a smart way to do this? I can make him get knocked away. Like, fuck that. Yeah, let's go the other way. Vessels, hi. Wunderbar. I'm having a good time reading your chat. I always wonder where the wood from weapons comes from. There's no trees in Nevada. There's no trees in Nevada anymore. Well, how's it going? Italian Grun 5, running his own AutoCAD. I see the method to the madness there. Krinkels, what's Blockhead about? It's about a couple minutes long. Not too long to watch it and get the full breadth of it yourself. Mr. Star 5S, hello. I beat the first Postal game yesterday and might buy the second one soon. Dude, the first Postal game is... I feel like the jump between Postal and Postal 2 is very similar thematically to the jump between Terminator and Terminator 2. As in, one is like, you know, insane, but still like hits it with tones of very, very serious shit. And then by the second one, they're just like, you know, whatever, let's just make an action movie. You plan on doing more Sheriff content? I mean, whether I like it or not, probably. When are you gonna bring Jesus back? Jesus is dead. Jebediah is gone. I want to do more with the character, however, right now is not the time to tell that story, so maybe when I got more gray hairs. Yeah, the Postal movie's a mess, but I think like so like I remember when Hatred came out and I had some expectations that were unfairly laid on it. I was expecting something that started silly and then had something fucking, you know, heavier to say at the end of it. My personal takeaway from the way Portal 2 or Postal 1 ended was just like, you've done enough, now burn in hell. And I think that's like, I don't know. After, like, you spend hours and hours amusing yourself with this shit, for the game to just close the book and take it away from you like that, I thought it was fucking good. Maybe I'm misremembering the ending of Postal 1, though. Maybe I just remembering it the way I want to remember it. Because that's how I wanted hatred to end. You know, like with shame. But, you know, that's just me. How is Cheshire doing? Is he healthy and happy? Is he married? I'm not his keeper. I encourage you to go and hunt them down and ask yourself. Did that even look right? Yes, this is going to work out pretty good. This is going to work out better than I thought. So we're going to take it out to, like, oh, I don't know, here. Is Jeb on meds? I don't have an answer for that. Do people believe in religion in Nevada? I believe there was one cult featured pretty prominently in the arena mode of Madness Project Nexus. There's also Crackpot's cult. You're correct, Reedington. So yes, there is religion in Nevada. Half Mag could sound like agent number, I don't know. Get the fuck out of my way and let me kill Hank. I mean, I don't think he'd be kind enough to issue a warning like that. An ultimatum. Ultimatums are for friends. And for people you care about. Stygian cult is more of a doomsday cult. You are absolutely correct. They pine for the destruction of Nevada. But in a very specific way. Hola. Hola, go pop. The ultimatums are for people you care about is such a funny quote without context. I mean, I feel like I'm not wrong. If you want to argue about it, maybe I could be shown the light of your perspective. But, like, get out of my way or die is something you say to someone if you care about whether or not they, you know, like, if they, you know, their agency for them to make a decision. Otherwise, you could just run them over, you know? Also, I printed a poster from MC2, and the poster said, "The sheriff wants you. Do not resist, pull his finger." Ah, yes. The classic funny jokes. Sky does MPN with 5 bits. Will we ever learn about the employers, or is it just a mystery? I mean, by and large, just a mystery. They're not that interesting. They really aren't. I prefer to keep my storytelling a little lower, like where the people are that kill each other. I heard somewhere that you were demonetized on YouTube. Yeah, but I got remonetized like a year and a half ago. This is like old data. Any wiki page on me is very old data. Hi, Krinkels, I'm an intermediate animator. Do you have any advice about anything? I'm also intermediate, so I can't help you. I can't lead you. You're the blind leading the blind. I encourage you to use YouTube or ingratiate yourself with artists that are superior to you such that you can learn from them. Other people are where the swass is. Are we getting more Tricky the Clown in a future episode? Maybe someday. I don't know. He's popular, but I don't write him in anymore. I have good news. I haven't gotten Twitch on my mobile phone. I suppose you meant to say have. Wow, it's another vector for addiction, man. You gotta be careful with that shit. What animation program am I using right now? This is Adobe Animate. I just keep this thing updated as per Adobe Cloud nonsense. Because I can no longer get picky about software. I'm just using whatever works. Can you do a backflip? I absolutely cannot. I'm a 44-year-old man who works at a desk. I can barely ride a bike. Crinkle, show off your muscles. It's fucking standard shit, dude. Sucks. Are the retainers exclusive to Hank? No. They're just really close to the auditor, and not many of them. You probably won't see them again. So if I pull up to a Ness, there's a chance to see a wild Krinkle? I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you for the bits. You're older than my dad. Ouch. Oof. I'm still just a ridiculous little puppet master. Putting on my little shows. Making my little games. I think the retainers are cool. I agree with you. I love the retainers. They're fun and I wish I explored them further, but their story is done. Look like my middle school principal. Oh, fucking hell. Wouldn't want that job. We got a lot of frames to go. Krinkels shows your cat. She's, I don't know what she's doing. She called you. No. She's playing with her little sponge. She, like, finds my girlfriend's makeup sponges and just runs around the house with it in her mouth, screaming and yelling about it. Feline behavior baffles me. None of it makes sense. How's it going, Destined Plaz. Sorry. Where Meatball? Meatball out that door somewhere. Like I said, cats mimic their owners, so what are you saying? Does the pugilist mew? That's all the pugilist does. He's a mew champion. I should do some mewing on stream. Yeah. That's the good shit. People are gonna take me seriously now. What's the most funniest animated movie you made in 2007? I don't remember anything about 2007. So that question goes to the rest of the chat. They'll answer it for me. The ATHF movie came out in 2007, so that's the funniest thing that happened that year. You know what? I saw that in theaters twice. I fucking loved that movie. Loved. You know, you get a little older and realize how they phoned it in, but it was still fucking good. And every movie's a miracle. I'm not bitching about it. I'm just, it was, you know, it was what it was. That reminds me to talk to Gianni about doing me some auditor voices. I love that guy. I just wish I had more reasons to talk to him, you know. When MC 8.5, I don't want to do that. I really truly don't want to do that. Experiment 2 feels like an 8.5 kind of stand-in, but under a funnier name. Considering all these events kind of line up chronologically, sort of. Gaming stream with Johnny when? I'm not good at gaming. I'm bad at it. I'm old and silly. I get into Helldivers, and it's a good thing dying is like part of the fun because I do a lot of dying in Helldivers. Soaking up all those requisitions myself. I'm making 8.5 part 3 chapter 1. It'll probably be with 2 chapters because I be large a long, which I'm going to make my heart crush. Brutal, Johnny. Brutal. You know, I'm gonna go turn the AC on a little bit. It's a little warmer in here than I'd like. Oh, fuck! Meatball! Chat requests you. Yeah. Yeah? Come here. Nah, alright. Yeah, I'll leave the door cracked. Alright, I'm done embarrassing myself trying to communicate with a cat. Is an experiment 2 like an 8.5? Sort of. I mean, I suppose you could look at it that way. Deadass thought Krinkels backed it up. No, it's my fucking feet, dude. Because I went hiking Sunday, and I beat the living hell out of them because I have no chill whatsoever. What in the shit? Were you actually ever approached by a fan on the street? Not on the street, nowhere in public. The only times I've ever been recognized as who I am is at Newgrounds meets, which doesn't count. But yeah, just wandering around, like, in life. Wait, there was one time. This was a long-ass time ago. I just memory unlocked this. This must have been after the 4th episode of Madness Combat, because I was getting real sick and tired of college at UCCS, so I started exploring, like, art schools and shit. So I went up to Denver to look at the Art Institute, the AI, and I got the tour, I walked around, I talked about prices and stuff with them, and some guy overheard us talking, he's like, oh, I got into animation, this, that, and the other, and it came out, and he's like, oh, you're the Madness Combat guy, that's fucking cool, and I was like, wow. And, like, it generally, not even generally, just didn't happen again like that, ever, unless I was at, like, a Newgrounds meet or something. And yeah, to finish the story, I never went to the Art Institute and dropped out of UCCS to pursue a life of alcoholism. Ta-da! Do people even know what you looked like back then? I mean, younger? But he knew because he overheard me talking about how I got into animating and, you know, how I was animating little gray dudes, and there wasn't a whole lot of, like, animated content on the internet at that time. I mean, there was a ton of it, but, like, comparatively speaking, you know, it's a standout. Mr. Krinkels, do you know the SCP fandom? I know of the games. SCP-5K is very good, and I play the shit out of that game. Yeah, I heard you saying I animate gray men, bean men, and autistic people enjoy it. And, like, in 2005 or whatever, like, what could you possibly be describing? Favorite SCP? I don't know. The guys with the guns that shoot the monsters, because that's the ones I get to play as in 5K. The SCP-5K mission where you're on that Arctic base and you have to go in and find the thing, and the whole place is just filled with blood and horror, and you just, oh god, that's good shit. Like, and it's wonderful too because it's a tactical game with like 9mm and 223 rifles and 308s, and none of that shit matters at games where you're shooting humans. Everything kills a person, like who cares? But when you're fighting monsters, suddenly like the decision to pick a 308 over a 223 like has some weight to it, you know? Dodged a bullet not going to the Art Institute, to be honest, place was a scam. You know, I have a friend here in Philly that I hang out with sometimes. All the time, actually. We got real cozy. But he went to the AI here in Philly, and he graduated right as they shut down and shuttered their doors, and now he's just sitting here holding the bag and, like, pissed off about it. But, I mean, the most he got out of it was talking to other artists who were there. Not so much the curriculum offered, you know. And I've come to understand that's what AI... The only good thing about it is there sure are other artists here, but, you know, speaking as someone who is not academically inclined, I feel like any of the venom I throw towards the ivory tower of academia comes across as vitriol and jealous nonsense from a brainlet. So I keep trying to keep my mouth shut here. Just mind my fucking business. Just making connections. Yeah, I guess that's like what I missed out on because like my time in college at UCCS was like just lame, man. I didn't know what the hell I was doing with my life, and I was a little like late to start with all that shit because I just was gormless. I had no energy, no like all my passions were just buried in stupid shit, and I didn't know how to address them. It didn't help that I was a bit of a coward and I didn't have the ability to say, yes, I want to be an artist until much later in my life. But, you know, things happened the way they did. And I'm not too upset about it. What's Jeb's personal hell? Oh, I'd love to get to it someday. Maybe after 13 is done and I've got a full head of gray hair, we can spend 4 or 5 episodes just following Jeb around. I would love that. Krinkels, were you introverted in school? Yeah. I didn't really, like, learn to love people until after college, which was a huge detriment to me, but... That's one of the chief regrets, being, like, assertively introverted when I was younger. There's no need for that shit. At least for me. Was some of Madness made to distress from college? No, not at all. Madness was made because I wanted to make it. I was excited about it, and I wasn't excited about college, so I kept letting my grades slip and working on cartoons and art and shit. And it took me a long time to realize, wait, maybe I should just do this shit, you know? We're hypothetically too good. Yeah, Audrey, chill. The Deadbo series was 5 episodes, and some of those were made in a weekend. You know, so there's not a whole lot to it. But, like, it's weird because I look back on those and the way I would churn one out in a weekend once in a while, and those were rather effective storytelling pieces, and I've got a few of them in mind that I want to do for Sanford, but at the same time, like, how much plot can you guys tolerate before you start begging for violence again, you know? So, we're just in a flow of consciousness here. If I say anything ridiculous, that's why. I like this loose talk. It's like therapy for me. Thank you for letting me trauma dump. My belly is so full of plot. Yum yum. Please don't say it like that. I know it's not what you're doing, but the internet has ruined that string of words. Incident 1000, Nevada Unstoppable Champion was tricky, but he used all of his hacks and commands to kill everybody. Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to win or not? Well, I'm glad you feel that way, the Orca Woman. Yeah, no, I am pretty fucking open about how directionless I used to be in life, mostly because I've learned to embrace purpose, you know, and not be ashamed of being a goddamn artist. But, like, I don't know, for some reason it was something I couldn't grab with both hands, you know? That's a deeper therapy session. How's it going, White Light? I love your YouTube videos, by the way. Kidding, of course. Unless you're actually the guy who makes those 6-hour videos about Ubisoft games. Because I gotta tell you, those help me sleep, and I love that. Do you have access to your older projects? Oh yeah, I've got my old archival drive. I even put it on my Google Docs, so I'll, you know, hypothetically won't be losing it anytime soon. Y'all hear that? I mean, I'm barely working here, dude. It's been an hour and I got like, what, 3 strings of keyframes? This is abysmal. If we just turned this into a walk down memory lane, I mean, shit. Where are you? Let's go way back. Shit, that might be fun. Let's just look at like how I used to manage shit. Well, I didn't name my scenes. That's one. Oh, this was a single room. See, like, look, not that I remembered this stuff as anything. Oh, there's the symbol, like everyone changes glasses and then it's never addressed again. 40 bits. By the way, in my 2010 or 2012, I watched Newgrounds and I saw you. I watched your animations, but I didn't really know because I was 10 or 12. I didn't really care about people after some years. Keep up working. You know I will. Like, yeah, this is, I mean, basically the same way I do all this stuff. Like, in this one, 2 bits, bit folder, or bit for this room, and then instead of, it's fucking weird to me that I would do things that way, but I did it that way. I don't know, I think I lost some symbols there. Explode the whole, oh yeah, the whole room just changed brightness instead of, you know, using a white overlay because I'm a lazy bastard. Also, that gun got knocked away and disappeared forever. Did not realize I did that, but they walked through the fire because of course they fucking did. Also, that gun didn't need to be shown because it would have been covered anyways, but I don't know, it's kind of neat to just look at old shit like this. Why are Sanford and Nemo's called Vigil in their folders? Because I was originally internalizing their characters as vigilantes. So Vigilante 1, Vigilante 2. That was kind of how my mind worked over them until I started to kind of get harder visions of them in my head. Did you ever flip sprites when you drew them? Not when I'm drawing them. Will we ever see a glasses upgrade for seemingly no reason? Rodan, you just saw one. I don't know what to tell people. When they ask for things, they gotta write on their fucking plate. It's like, yo, check it out, I found some carrots. It's like, yeah, when are we getting carrots? Like, I'm gonna get fussy about this shit. Talking about carrots. I'm out of my goddamn mind. I do like carrots, though. Zap John jump scare. Oh man, no. I should just end one of these cartoons with everyone's glasses turning blue, and then I just give Zapchon all of my files and say, it's your curse now, buddy. And then his life is ruined like I gave him a Chris Chan medallion or some shit. I don't know why I would do that to someone I count as a friend, but would be kind of a funny way to tell a story. It turns out being in possession of this much Madness Combat FLA files, you know, has a similar negative psychic effect. Is this dude holding the nightstick backwards? Maybe you got your eyes in backwards. When will we get a Mega Hank or Mag Hank plush? I don't know. I don't remember that much either, Johnny. You're asking me to remember years. I can't do that. Barely remember days, man. Can't have him dropping his weapon. He's got a Hank to fight. You don't hear the TV downstairs? Well, I can. Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty kitty, pretty kitty. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm petting the cat right on the head. Well, yeah, you gotta like you mean it, dude. Can we see Meatball? I don't know. She's pretty happy down there. If I pick her up, she's gonna get real sore at me. Oh, she knows I'm gonna try. She has a sixth sense for this sort of thing. Because if I pick her up, she's going to leave. However, if I let her go, she might like have a seat on the couch. We'll see how this goes. Actually, fuck it. Hang on. There she is. Behold. Hell yeah. What? Are you just gonna run some laps? Alright. Hell yeah. Yes, I am interacting with the kitty cat. My cat's names are Titty and Mustard. That fucking rules. She like hiding right behind the monitor. Why is she sitting like that? She just sit funny. Their head like way forward. Weird ass cat. Can I just like... It's like she's looking around. Oh, she knows I'm looking at her. She's sick of this. You know what? So am I. Let's get back to work. Yeah. All right. Have you finished making posters? No. No. Yeah. Work needs doing. The agent's hand is stretched slightly. It's just gonna have to live that way, man, because I already made so many of them like this. Will you ever do a skibidi toilet ramp? I mean, we're at an hour and I still haven't gotten one guy done. I don't think I'm gonna make it today, guys. We're gonna have to do a lot of makeup work on Thursday. I got too distracted with chat today. Radical, what has science done indeed? Johnny, thank you for the bits. Okay, where's that other guy? This guy right here is our next one. However, I need more water to tackle this, so I'm going to take a little break. I'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Or rather, welcome me back. I didn't do anything ridiculous, like let Meatball in here, she could screw shit up. How come you animated 30 versus 24? Dude, how could there possibly be a satisfying answer to that? I did like 30. It's a nice round number. Which way were you going? Oh, something about the light bugging me in here. Who's your favorite Newgrounds creator? Toss up between people like Mind Chamber and James Lee. I mean, there's too many to name, man. How can I single out a single one? You have another job, right? No, this is it. Well, not this, but I mean, like this weird life I've assembled for myself. My 9 to 5 is basically putting in hours at Giving Tree, producing assets and like working on future projects and shit. What kind of ice is in my water? The regular stuff comes out of the fridge. You know, full of microplastics and lead, just the way I like it. I saw a tweet about there wanting to be a Madness Combat movie on the big screens. How do you feel about that? That's... I don't know how to give you a one-sentence answer there. It would be pretty fucking cool, wouldn't it? Like, I don't know. It just feels far-fetched. but I can hold out just enough hope to keep people moving on it. Also, Bernie, if you're interested in sharing art, go right for it, but I am so behind on this work I've presented for myself that I really ought to just kind of keep going. But I encourage you to share with the group, with the chat. We have 112 viewers here. 118, I'm sorry. That's a lot. Jesus Christ. They'll like this. The Dissenter short. God, that's not a good cartoon, though. It just shows that I don't know how to write for shit. God, that cartoon embarrasses me. Was Madness 12 premiere stream your highest viewer count? I mean, are we talking about like YouTube viewer count or Twitch viewer count? Because like for Madness Day, I tend to get about 1,000 or 2,000 so about for people watching the Madness Day festivities. But on YouTube, I can't even remember how many people watched, like how many people I had concurrently watching. Honestly, I don't have a number in my head. I don't have a memory of it. But I know that Madness Day, we tend to generate about 1,500 concurrent viewers on Twitch. Which is like, that's where, you know, shit gets like, you know. I just remember the Madness 12 stream had a metric fuck ton of people. You're not incorrect. It was more than I've usually streamed it to, but it wasn't properly a stream. It was more of a premiere. In fact, like a YouTube premiere of at least 3,000 or 4,000 people sat there and watched it. I don't remember the number, but it was a lot. It was a fucking lot. Especially the shot where it looked like a comic. We need more of that. You're not... Actually, you know what? You bring up a good point and I forgot all about it. Sticky note for later. Sticky notes are basically how my memory works these days. So thank you for reminding me that I used to do that kind of cute, comic-y panel-in-panel shit. Eating dry-ass chicken on my lunch break? Fuck yeah, Lee. God, I've eaten so much dry-ass chicken in my life. It's not that I like it, it's just that I respect it. Do you watch Fast and Furious, like, actively? I've watched every movie. I can't remember any of them, though. Except for that time they took the car out into space. That was fucking rad. White people when there's dry-ass chicken at a function. Fuck yeah, man. Jump in with both hands. Land on it with both feet and just tear it apart like a fucking animal. You got any yellow mustard? That's all I need. Have you seen the John Wick movies? Of course I have. I adore those movies. The first and second more, of course, but which one had that giant man in it? The guy in the suit because he was huge. That was rad. When will we see a zombie again? I feel like you've seen enough zombies in the game. I'm kind of done with them. I'm kind of very much done with zombies. After a whole street full of the bastards, I'm just over it. That was Parabellum. A number. I think that's the fourth, right? Giant man jumped down from like the fucking DJ booth and just started brawling and shooting. It was great. I need to watch those again. I don't know why I don't know why I torture myself by not watching John Wick movies like all the time. I think I'm gonna watch a John Wick movie tonight. What the fuck is wrong with me? Well, you might get a kick out of Experiment 2, the real bull. The real boy. Boy. That's basically all that happens in Experiment 2. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would look. He throws that Hank quick, though. Whoop-bam! Sky Does MPN asks the question, will Experiment 2 be gay? I can type that right up. No shame, huh? Will Sanford and Demos kiss? There's nothing wrong with what you said. There's nothing wrong possibly with anything you say or think or do. It's just to be encountered with such a question. Without a doubt, the real questions. Yeah, they will. Kill me. Gift 100 subs. Don't. You're cut off. Yeah, no, that's why I'm taking what Just a Silly Ghoul says seriously and saying, no, do not donate like that with the expectation that these two are going to kiss. I am never going to animate that. That's for the fans. So can you imagine, like, if I did it, then everyone would think it's lame. I don't want to take that away from them. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen in Mad Day 2024? Wait, for just 1 year? I don't remember. God, my memory is dog shit. What if I need to see a doctor? Like a brain doctor or something wrong with my fucking head. So I feel like I got the mind of a 60-year-old, the way shit's just falling out of it all the time. But maybe it's normal. Maybe I just need to try harder. So that's usually the case, right? Could be all the microplastics, though. Who knows? Hope the stream goes well. Well, we got another half hour of this stuff to go. Sadly, because my fault, I moved too slowly. I only got 2 of these guys done. I'm a little ashamed of myself. Thursday we'll finish this out, or rather this segment. But we'll continue. We'll continue. We'll keep animating this every 3 times a fucking week until we get there, till Madness Day. And we're just gonna make this thing longer and more ridiculous and introduce characters to keep shit flowing. And on Madness Day, I'll tie a bow on it, send it off to Cedarix to, you know, put some sound effects in there. In fact, I should bug that guy now. In fact, I'll bug him right the fuck now. Cetar, hey dude, wanna do some audio work? Maybe put sound effects into this 2D, 3D thing I'm doing? So you got less work later on when I finish it? Question mark. Is Experiment 2 already finished? No, there's a lot left on Experiment 2. That'll probably be done by Christmas, I hope. Probably by the end of 2025. Because once these 2 cartoons are done, I'm moving on to Madness 13, which I'm going to go really radio silent when that happens, because I feel like it would destroy a lot of the impact if I let you watch me lay every brick of that building. If that metaphor resonates. In fact, I should probably just set up another channel in my little Discord. Oh, I'll still do streams, but I'll probably just get back to playing my goofy-ass horror games I love so well. Yeah. Just so you can see me, so you can know I'm still alive and still doing things and ask me questions about 13 that I don't answer correctly. You know, like what we were doing a year ago, or as Madness 12 was getting done. You'd be like, ooh, is Madness 13 almost done? I'd be like, fuck no. And we'll do that for like 2 years. It'll be fucking awful. Oh god, I'm so sorry I gotta subject you guys to this. But thank you for allowing me to interact with the greater internet like this. You ever played Mouthwashing? I played it on stream, Red and Blue. Swansea's little monologue got to me. We are cut from the same cloth of former alcoholics, so his words kind of shot me through the head a little bit. I'm tapped out for today, but I can do it after work tomorrow. I'm like, no, dude, in like a week or 2. Oh, man. I'll make a channel in the Krinkle Discord for you to have access to files. Hell yeah, buddy. Cool, wow. You got some real-time correspondence with my little sound guy here. Oh, I never knew that. I mean, like, my game streams, like, as far as, because, like, I watch people play games because I find some personalities to be very, very entertaining. However, when I play games, I lack the ability to be entertaining. So I just play the damn game like a boomer, and sometimes people watch. It kind of sucks too, in a little bit of an embarrassing way, like on the topic of how like it's difficult for me to like understand what's going on around me. I didn't quite get what was going on in mouthwashing towards the last act when it all started clattering into me. I was like, wait a sec. Oh no, I'm getting real fucking fighty about it. Dude, the Krinkels funny moments that you're speaking of, Sky, are 100% the chat being hilarious. How do grunts reproduce? They fucking don't, dude. These guys don't have mothers, fathers, siblings. They do not exist with that. Mitosis. They don't have time to. Yeah, just like me. What's the hardest part when animating madness? Finding the time. Finding the time. Because I love all of it. Like, the difficulty washes away when you're having a good time. And I generally have a good time animating. None of this shit, like... I guess, like, more recently, trying to figure out how to make this work has been difficult. Like, properly difficult. But everything else is just friggin' gravy, which makes me think, in this very instant, maybe I'm not challenging myself enough. Thoughts? I'm gonna go now. It's 3 a.m. That is wicked late, Burn. Get out of here and get some sleep. Is animating in Blender weird for you? No, I'm very used to animating in Blender. I'm just not good at it, Gradient. Like, I'm mid-40s, and I think I'm in my own head about this because I want to be good at a lot of things, but I'm realizing that I need to focus, you know? Like, I want to be a great pencil drawer, I want to be a great modeler, I want to be a great animator, I want to be a great designer. And I realize, like, I'm trying to do too many things at once and I'm just being mediocre at all of it, you know? But I mean, I'm just kind of using you guys as therapy and talking with my brain all the way open here. So this is just kind of like the thoughts in my head, I guess. It's a bunch of fucking nonsense. Listen, I'm not fishing, Orca. For me, it's 5:14 p.m. Oh shit, you're West Coast. That puts you squarely in, well, anywhere on the East Coast or along the, yeah. It's a very big time zone. If you were trapped in some sort of place that is called conscious, that looks like your conscious looks like, what would it look? Anders, what's the vector you're coming in with that question from? Did you read a book that describes this sort of thing? Maybe that would help me understand, like, generally what you're after. Did Hank and Doc move in together to split rent? I see. I just instantly wondered, where'd that building that they lived in come from, anyways? I don't think anyone's coming for rent. Did I accidentally get the knife through the floor? Sure did. Friggin' dingling. Is Jesus coming back? No. Well, I mean, sort of. But it's not for a long time. Don't get him out of your head. Okay. Let me head on out. Yeah, get out of here, Orca. You got a lot of fun in here. What? 100 viewers. 100 even. I swear to God, you guys are botting me. I know it. I appreciate the gesture, though. I'm a view bot. Yeah, me too, buddy. If Doc wants him back, whoa, that's the caveat, right? I think this guy's gonna have a lot of jerky motions. Or maybe I'm just thinking that because he's reacting to something violent and moving very quickly. My libraries are a goddamn mess. Whatever. Use the full close. Will the series return to smoother sprites? Nah, I like them messy. I've learned to like them messy. Nah, you just have a lot of lurkers. For example, I'm working at Walmart while typing this. I used to work at Target, actually. I presume it to be a very similar experience. You doing, like, overnight stuff? Or I hope you're not dealing too much with the customers. I was in the back room. It was great. Overnight back room, unloading trucks. Man, that's, like, one of them jobs I actually kind of miss. Because, like, you got rowdy back there, you know? It was fun. I work on the front end of a stop and shop. Is that like a truck stop? Well, thank you for dropping by, Xavier. You're in the electronics department. Our store is getting those new digital price tags, so setting those up has been my life. Oh, okay, that's fucking fascinating. Those electronic price tags, the digital price tags, like, I can't tell if it's people just making shit up to be scary because, you know, why write science fiction when you could just write tech journals? But, like, there's then been that scare floating around of, like, surge pricing to make certain things more expensive when they're suddenly more desirable, which, I don't know. I'm not a big government guy, but, like, sometimes the government might need to step in because that sounds fucked. Isn't that just how it works? No, that's not how it's supposed to fucking work like that fucking quickly. Like, supply and demand work, absolutely, but if you walk into a grocery store expecting a price, you need to expect that fucking price. Maybe I'm just touchy because it's food and people are already hungry as hell. I'm not gonna... No, sorry. Let's keep it fucking light. If I keep going, I'm gonna start screaming about, like, no. What month is the Phobos plush going to be released or worked on? I haven't even started animating the trailer for it. We've got Church and George coming out here pretty soon, actually. Let's bring that up. On the topic of mindless consumerism, we've got Jorge. He's even got the little size matters right there on his chest and the gun on his back. He's great. And then we got Church. Mohawk cannot be removed because I can't stand watching you guys remove the Mohawk. But yeah, these two guys are coming out pretty soon. We have a advertisement for it, of course, in the works that, you know, once that's done, we'll get that out, rolling out. And then after that, we've got 3 more. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about them just yet. Gotta just mind the first. They run the same system as paper tags, just meant to save paper and time. See, I'm glad you said that because like I let fear run wild in my head too often. So, are there any logistics style units in AHW? Not really, no. No, I have not explored much in the way of logistics because the scope of the animations and even the game don't really necessitate addressing it. If that changes, it'd be fun to explore because logistics is interesting, but yeah. Is there anything that considers someone handsome or beautiful in Nevada? Those words don't come up very often, at all. Are you animating one of the ads? No, Glitch Art is. I dog shit at this stuff, so Glitch is being paid to render forth animations, and they're very good at it. I also got Swain and Funkel, or no, Jonas, the guy who actually did the voice for Jorge, and they had the back and forth, and then we had to animate it, and they, it's just work. Fuck. Where's my other vert? Did I fucking delete it? I must have. Weird. Fucking weird. What is vertical? Like the hands shown like this or like this? You know, like this, but backwards. I had a sprite for that, and it's probably in one of my other folders, but for some reason it's just missing here. Whatever. Don't care anymore. Where's my temp folder? I don't have one. Wow. New folder. Temp things. Hey, you too, buddy. Simp 1842 has gifted a tier 1 sub to the community for a total of 16 donate. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. In this one, a tier 1 sub going to Revolver the Up. No. Gradient Red and Blue. Saving all these assets for animation does not require storage, it requires planning, and I don't have a big brain, so I frequently find myself just scattering shit and losing it. Because I know that file exists over here. Let's, like, just so I can... I know I fucking drew it. Here's... Let that load in. Were there any character designs that you went through 300 revisions for? I never 300, but, some of them... Man, I really wish I kept some of my old sketches, because Doc changed a lot from the first time I drew him to the last time I drew him. Ghoul and Hive absolutely changed a lot. Not Phobos, but Gestalt changed a shitload. You know, lots of revisions there. It's just not an interesting story, you know. I draw it, doesn't look good. Draw it again, doesn't look good. Just doing that over and over again. Yeah, there it is. You know what? I'm going to take this. Copy. Since I don't need it now, I just sort of... Yay! All things are complete. Do you like the music artist named Gore Shit? I haven't heard that person. I've been listening to a lot of 1-800-PAIN lately. That person gets me. Let me see something. So it's a familiar enough name. Gore shit. No, I haven't liked any of their stuff. So that'll be fun to explore later. Have you ever watched The Meg? I don't know what that is, Anthony. Does Jeb still make Zeds with his powers? No, Sky. Jeb is dead. Will we ever get restocks for plushies? I'd love that. I'd love that if Megship just made it so that these things came out a little more consistently, or just like do the retros, the bringbacks. I'd love that. Oh yeah, Lord, if you want to share art with the chat, go for it. No way Phobos didn't have a backup of his consciousness a la GLaDOS in a computer at the Nexus core. I like the way you're thinking, but no, that didn't happen. Phobos is dead and gone forever as well. Hi, I'm super late. Hope the stream has been good. It's been alright, Zep. Just getting these clowns here in order. I'm probably going to end in like 5-6 minutes. The need for food is about me, and this was meant to be a 2-hour stream, so I'll just kind of keep frame until I get tired of it. You know how I do. Ugh. Pardon me, damn. Will there be any spooks? What are you talking about? Like, jump scares? I don't know, maybe. Now that you say it, maybe I'll just throw one in. There's nothing scary going on down there, though. Just insane and stupid. Gonna bring back Mag Hank in 13? I don't know. Might take away that arm of his. Scrape Face was pretty spooky. No, these guys aren't spooky. They're stupid and weird. Scrape Face, yes, but he's also gone. So what we're left with is stupid and weird. Will Hank have a different design? I don't know, man. Haven't even started. Haven't even started. I say nothing. Looks like the critical drawer. I don't know who that is. Is this guy? He looks like the guy you said? Critical drinker. You look like. Is that like a YouTuber? Alright. The critical drinker. Okay, so he's a YouTuber with a couple million followers. Wow, good for him. It's a Scottish drunkard with a crude attitude. Listen, man, I got enough of that crude attitude shit in the 90s. I'm over it. Stow your attitude, you pencil neck dork. I'm busy making my little puppet shows. Oh yeah. Okay, I can have bad opinions on media too. That's all. That's most of my streams. Like just me being with my bad opinions. I mean, this subsection of humanity, this 100 people allegedly that come to my streams, like seem to like my bad opinions. So yeah, I'll keep barfing them out for you. Complains about woke all day. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, yeah, no, I've heard enough. Sees a black person on Netflix and loses his fucking mind. It's 20 people and 80 of my alts. I knew it, colorful. Wait, does YouTube actually have the ability for you to like completely block away a YouTuber of your choosing? Are you allowed that much control over what gets shown? Got him with that don't recommend channel. Yeah, but there's a chance you could still see it. Because if that were the case, you could big brain it and then block all of them wholesale except for the 12 or 15 that you actually watch. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think YouTube's going to do that, because why would they stop you from watching things that made you feel emotionally like the need to do that? They want you to look at it. They want you to watch and click the ads. Ugh. Yeah, no. We'll never be given the ability to control how we consume. They want you fired up. They want you mad and posting about it. They want you telling your friends how much of a dickhead you think that guy is, so that your friends go watch him too. Oh yeah, when Twitter sucks, but at least when you block people, that's that. Yeah, no, it's creating artificial lack of barriers. Like YouTube saying, okay, well, I see that you don't like this, so we'll try really hard to keep you two separate. It's like, no, motherfucker, you have the ability to make it so I never have to look at this channel ever again, and you're taking that from me. Like, it's just scummy. Do you own any physical music? I own a couple CDs, tapes. The only physical media music I own anymore is all Madness shit. I got some of the records, the vinyls we pressed a couple years ago through Turtle Pals. I got some of their tapes and CDs too. It's real wild. I don't actually own... Wait, no, I got DVDs and shit downstairs. I just never touched the fuckers. I know I got Venture Brothers in there, The Max, stuff like that. Stuff that, like, you know, Aeon Flux I think I got too, like DVDs. Wait, you asked about music, though. Sorry, I got ran aside. Is it that hard just to ignore the videos you don't watch? It's the principle of it. I asked to not see it. It's my computer. It's my experience. And they're telling me, no, we're just going to throw it out there if you want it or if you don't want it anyways. Like, I don't know. You can't pull a feature away and then complain to me about it's missing. Like, no. We had blocking people and things since, like, the 80s, dude. Chill. How hard is it not to... No. No. This isn't like a daycare where I'm, like, forced to share space with a million things. No. Maybe they're worried about people echo chambering real hard. I don't know. Who cares? No, they don't care what we want. They want to run ads by us that we engage with. And, you know, it's a money thing. I get it, but I hate it. I get it. But, you know what? I've spent this entire stream bitching and moaning about YouTube. I'm kind of over it. Kind of over it. Well, the thing with the echo chamber is they want you in one, but they want you in an echo chamber of their design so that they can keep you antagonized permanently, you know, making their ad revenue off of you. I mean, like, yeah, it is also, like, you should be able to curate your own experience. Imagine if I go to DeviantArt and I say, stop showing me drawings of this. Like, I never want to see Alvin and the Chipmunks again. I can do that. You know, like with my tags and control and shit. As an example. YouTube's like, no, you're going to watch what we tell you to watch. Like, yeah, you're watching your thing. Don't worry. Some recommendations are going to come to fuck your shit up. Oh, God. See, now I'm just yelling at clouds. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'll chill. Who would be faster, Demos or Scout? Probably Scout because he's got them long ass legs. You will watch Alvin and the Chipmunks. That fucking fuck ass 1984 guy. You will watch the AI slop. You can't block it. You can't even ask to block it. You will consume the slop. But, yeah, we're on YouTube. What do we fucking expect? Line up, kiddos. The slop trough is being being filled again. Oh man, they clattered real bad. Ugh, I'm not proud of that. I'll always respect Newgrounds for being one of the few websites that isn't out to actively piss you off. Yes, no, it's great. It's exactly what you expect from a user-generated content system. Will the Soldat be prone to infighting? No. No. That is a half-mag thing. I think YouTube should ditch the whole black and white age restriction system and add a rating system like Newgrounds. Oh man, I don't even know about that. That's speculating on a very vast machine there, and I couldn't even... I know what makes my experience better. Control over what I see. I don't know what's going to make the whole thing work better. Because like changing out something like that, you're dealing with so many systems that are interconnected, and with a legal precedent too. So like I don't know about that. What inspired you to make MC those old Stickman fighting animations? I'd never made an old Stickman fighting animation, but I presume that you mean to say that Madness Combat is that, and I'm still doing it because I love doing it, brother. Is it really bad? I'll leave it alone. We need to infect the YouTube machine with the madness. I mean, I don't think it's fixing it. Maybe with one of those things where once it gets big enough, it just becomes shitty. All big things are shitty. All of them. What's up, Ebola? Hey, Alan Becker, big fan. When's your next stick figure animation? Joke's on you, I don't even know who Alan Becker is. No, I was asking what media or animations inspired you to make Madness Combat. Basically, every action movie I've ever watched. Matrix, Equilibrium, fucking Commando somewhere in there, Blade for sure. Just so many. I mean, like the whole of Madness Combat, and basically all of my art is my expression of, yo, that shit over there is fucking cool. Like, there's not a whole lot going on in my head. I'm not a deep or thoughtful person, but like, it's me just going like, yo, aren't people fighting and shit just the best? You know, like, I want to watch this all day, you know? Have I played Commandos? I didn't like Commandos. I thought that game sucked. It was too... I don't have the word for it. Granular? Puzzle-like? I don't know. Like, I couldn't just bash the soldiers into each other, you know? I had to, like, think about their application. And for me, at that age, at that point in my life, I wasn't ready for it. Alan Becker is New Guy 3. How did Project Nexus do? Any plans for another release? Like, you mean like a sequel? I'd like to, of sorts. The engine, like, if you mean another game built with that engine, I don't know about that. But we have ideas for more Madness games, that's for sure. Do you have an ending planned out for Madness, or is there going to be like 30 episodes? No, there is something of an ending planned. 13 is going to be the end of Hank's story. That's why I have to think about it a lot. And then there will be games that explore beyond that. And I'm nervous about it, but who cares? Let's just throw this thing off a cliff and see where it lands. I'm curious. My curiosity is going to overtake my fear. See, you keep saying names. If you need a publisher, I bet I could convince Dave Oshry. Like, you're making up shit. Is that a name you heard in a dream? None of these people are real. New Blood guy. What? They're a publisher, right? I could presume that. If you need a publisher, I can get my friend Guy, a real person. Sky, me and you, we got shit to talk about. We don't need a publisher. We have Steam. We're fine. All this shit's just coming right out on Steam. We're two guys. We don't have publishers and offices. Probably too aggressive to ask. Oh, I like aggression. But with 13 being the end of the Hank arc, will he be present in future arcs? I mean, dude, you don't even know how it ends. I don't even know how it ends. I feel like answering questions or even asking questions about what happens beyond is meaningless at this point. I haven't even served dinner yet, and you're talking about what we're eating for Christmas. Like, bro. Like, I realize that my loose words have stoked excitement where it shouldn't have. And I'll keep my goddamn mouth shut. I'm sorry. My plans are not meant to be exciting. I like to use these rulers as little crosshairs to tell me where something's going to happen. I could have just drawn something on a layer. But see right there? Okay, autosave. Right there, that's where the hand's got to be at, well, I'm not going to put a keyframe. Keyframe. Flat. That keyframe. This location. Be there. Alright, see? That's my plan. Do you feel the audience growing? I don't have a good mind for how big the audience is. I don't know what's going on out there. Don't ever trust him to stick to plans or do what he says he'll do. A session with him in Helldivers is all it needed to convince me. Listen, you don't even play in a team. You just run off and get all the objectives done while the rest of us are trying to figure shit out. It was like metagaming. Then yelling at me for not being good at it. That will do. That will do nicely. Then, wait, what the hell are you? Oh, right. Now I remember. If Epic Games emailed you saying they wanted to add Hank Sanford demos to Fortnite, what would you say? I'd say, yeah, probably. Because that'd probably mean money. I hope. Matt, if I dragged you along with me, you might get hurt by the Devastator slapping your shit in. Do you want that? Do I want to play the game? Yeah. What kind of a question is that, Ebola? Oh yeah, Zep, you are correct. That's why I want it to end. Stories have to conclude somewhere. It could end with them kissing. It's still funny. I don't know why it's funny. Because it's insane. That's why it's funny. Oh shit. There's a lot of overflow frames. Hank's gonna come down and kill them like here. Look at all these useless ass frames that I got here. Oh well. Fill them out. Throw. Okay, yeah, there it is. There's the throw. Throws them right through. Rah! Does that look good? I don't even know if this looks good. I'll deal with it later. I think it's probably fine though. So save this too. Why not? File, save. We're good. We're good. I'm ready to finally call it a day and go sit down and not do anything. It'll be great. Okay, guys, that was all I intended to do for this stream. 2.5 hours about. We'll do this again on Thursday, where Hank will fall on these guys and start eviscerating them, and you know what's gonna happen. Hank's gonna land in the middle of them, start fighting them, and then this guy with his hammer is gonna swing it in there and kill one of them. It's gonna be great. So I want to thank you guys for showing up and bouncing some questions off me. I got a little fighty about some of the YouTube nonsense, and I apologize for that. Colorful Carpet showing up at the very end, gifting tier 1, 10 tier 1 subs for a total of 120. That is a shitload, dude. That is going out to Tiny Imp, MC, Text, what? Sorry, stop scrolling. MC, Text, and Haste Ray Kids? Don't know that one. That is a wild word. Koof Enk. Mooney Rises. Who is that? Buthorinux 77. Who is that? GH Troglodyte. LDG WYN. LD Gwen. The B Bean Moani and some D official. DEI. I don't know what any of these names are. They're getting wilder and harder to read. Am I dreaming? Am I being fucked with? At any rate, no, thank you. That is a shitload. That is like, what, 41 subs in one channel? Or in one stream? You guys are absolutely out of your minds. Thank you. My username was made Pew, my friend. Well, it's a wonderful username. Don't let my inability to say it correctly, disvibe your day. Y'all have a good one. And, yeah, I'm just go ahead and click the little end stream now. Y'all take care.